Hey, what's going on YouTube? Got a video tonight. I'm gonna go over Loctiting the Heritage Rough Rider. This is a relatively new gun to me. It's pretty new to me. I've only had it out to shoot twice, and after the second time shooting it, when I got home, actually a friend had said, make sure you Loctite that when you get it. And I didn't Loctite it, and I went out, I brought it out shooting twice, and when I came home, I did check the screws, and a couple of them were loose. There's several screws on this gun, and I don't know if it was caused by just shooting it, you know, on two separate occasions, or if it came new out of the box, you know, with the screws not, you know, snugged down good. So either way, I'm gonna Loctite all the screws I can on this. There's several screws here, and a couple of them I'm not going to mess with, but most of them I'm going to Loctite. You basically have the grip screw. You have two screws right back here above the grip. You have two screws on the side plate. There are two screws underneath here, and there's one up front here. Plus you have the ejector rod. There's a screw for the ejector rod here. So I'm going to Loctite every screw except these two side plate screws, because I'm not sure if those screws are holding something in there, and I don't want to mess with them. I don't want to take them out, but the grips underneath the back and the ejector rod screw I will Loctite, and every time I shoot this gun or whatever, or just during routine maintenance and cleaning, I can always check and make sure that these side plate screws are, you know, snugged down good. So bottom line is, everybody knows Loctite. If you don't know Loctite, Loctite is a thread locker. It does come in red and blue. Actually, you need the blue Loctite. It's actually in a red tube, which is sort of throws you off, but it is blue Loctite when you buy it. Make sure it does say blue Loctite and removable thread locker. If you use the red Loctite, that's permanent thread locker, and you're going to have a hell of a time getting that off. So make sure, very important, that you use blue Loctite, the removable Loctite. It doesn't even have to be Loctite brand. It can be, I think, Permatex, or there's several different brands, I'm positive, of removable thread lockers. So that's what you're going to need. And the screwdriver of my choice for this gun is one of these little... It's one of these little screwdrivers. It's like got a little clip on there for your pocket. These are available probably at every friggin' hardware store on the planet. But it's just a small flathead screwdriver, and I found that it fits every screw on this gun perfectly. So this is the screwdriver I'm using. I got my blue Loctite. The gun is unloaded. I got 6 rounds of 22 Magnum there. The 22 Magnum cylinder is in. And bottom line, you just want to Loctite the gun just for longevity of the gun. You don't want to damage the gun. You don't want screws backing out somewhere. You lose a screw somewhere, or, you know, it comes out, something happens to damage the gun. You don't want that. I mean, it's not, you know, the most expensive gun in the world, but for an inexpensive gun, I think it's a pretty good gun. So just to be on the safe side, Loctite your screws on your Heritage Rough Rider. And I'm going to start with the grip screw. I'm just going to... See, that was not very tight at all. Alright, so we'll back the grip screw out. That's a little shot of the inside of the grip and the frame of the gun. Okay, so basically you want to take your screw one at a time. I'm just going to do them one at a time. I'll back each one out, thread lock it, retighten it, and then move on to the next ones. Probably the easiest, simplest, and smartest way to do it. So you got your screw. You don't need a lot of Loctite on there, just one tiny drop on the end of the screw is perfect. I usually keep a little rag around, and I'll get the grip back on. And we'll send that screw back into the hole. Tighten it back down. Nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten it. I'm the king of over tightening things. So you don't want to over tighten it. You don't want to crack the grips. You don't want to damage the threads. You just want to get it in there nice. That'll set, that'll cure, and that'll be in there until you take it off again. Next, I'm going to move on to the bottom two screws here behind the trigger guard, and we'll take them out one at a time. Okay, that's a much shorter screw. We'll give it a little drop of Loctite. That's that. It's a beautiful thing. And we'll get it back into the hole. Retighten that screw to a good snug point, and we'll work on the next screw. You might have to give it a little tap. There it goes, falls right out. A little Loctite on that screw. We'll get that one back into the hole. No jokes there, guys. And we'll screw it in. Nice and snug. That'll set, that'll cure. It'll be not going anywhere. At this point, I will get the front one here on the bottom in front of the trigger guard. See, these are all in there, but they're not very tight. I'm not really having an issue getting any of these screws out. That's a very small screw. Just get that little drop of Loctite on there. Actually, that's a little too much. Let me take a little off on the rag. We'll get that one back in the hole. Let me wipe that down. And we'll screw her back in. Nice and snug. Let that cure. And it'll be all good. And I think I'm going to get the ejector screw. For this screw holds the whole ejector rod assembly to the barrel here. I'm just going to take that out. And so as not to take the whole, once you take this screw off, this whole ejector rod assembly will come out. I'm just going to hold it on there and take the screw out. so it doesn't come away from the gun. I'm just going to leave it where it is. Okay, and we got that screw here. We'll just get a little small, whoop, that comes out fast. And we'll get that back in. Snug her down, and that one's good. The importance of a rag when you're working on your stuff, just for any cleanup you might need. Okay, so we got all the screws removed, Loctited, and replaced, all except for the 2 side plate screws. I'm not messing with them. If anybody knows if it's okay to take those 2 side plate screws out, let me know in a comment, and I'll get to that. But like I said, I can always just check them during routine maintenance, cleaning, whatever. But other than that, this gun should not fall apart during shooting now. I feel confident I won't lose any screws. The gun will probably last longer, being, you know, nice and tight. So anyway, I'll let you guys go on this one. Keep out of trouble. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Hit one of the thumbs. Up to you. But that's about it. If you have a Heritage Rough Rider, make sure you do this simple process to extend the longevity of your gun. So we'll let it go on that, guys. Don't forget to Loctite, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep out of trouble. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one.